to be honest, is really just just practicing it over and over, getting reps at it.
Yeah, great screen pass there. Tackled right at the marker. Refs are going to give it to him. That is a first down, about an 8-yard completion for Lieber to Dylan Smith. But like we said, we haven't seen that many. We've seen a couple downfield shots, a couple flashes of what the offense could be. So, like you said, it's probably going to be that repetition that's really what's going to get it going. Because this Faulkner team, just as it was last season, is a team that likes to run the football, likes to hit you in the mouth up front in the trenches, which is why the offensive line likes to dominate line of scrimmage. That's a big thing we've discussed with Coach Brown as we have play action from Lieber right off the hands of number 14, the receiver, looking on the post ball there. Likely had a touchdown on that RPO. And it will now be 2nd and 10 at the Warhawks 49-yard line.
And a big part of our passing game really comes from RPOs, as you see right there. We really like to show that we're going to run it and then like to take a shot downfield.
Two receivers to the bottom of your screen. Going to be an inside handoff to Dylan Smith. Tackled for maybe a half-yard gain if it wasn't right at the line of scrimmage. For those of you at home, RPO stands for run pass option. It's given to the quarterback. The quarterback sees what he likes. If he likes the passing better, then he'll pull the ball, throw it. But if not, it's a run first, which is why you see the offensive line obviously blocking run. 3rd down and about 9.5, 10 yards here. Let's see if they can convert again. They're already 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Lieberton giving commands to his offensive line. Tight end and receiver to the top of your screen. Drops back to pass, sends a little bit of heat. Catch, turns and is off to the races inside the 20. Pushed out of bounds at about the 14-yard line on the comeback there. Great pass from Lieber.
That's also a good catch from number 14, Damari Whetstone.
Yeah, great job making the man miss right there, getting upfield. Very explosive speed. Whetstone's definitely one of Lieber's top targets so far this season. A little bit of no huddle from the Eagles. Lieber's going to give it to Smith, patiently waiting. Gets to the outside, picks up about 7. And the Eagles are inside the 10. Something about this Faulkner team so far is that points don't really come with a premium. They can pretty much score at will. The two defenses they played really don't stop them. It's about penalties and negative plays that really hurt the Eagles' offense. And I think that's the same thing we see on Saturdays as well.
It's all about, offense is all about timing and and sometimes that's off. And a lot of times, that's why I was saying in practice, you really got to get those reps, and those reps are very, very valuable during practice.
Looks like we had some delays with the stream. If you missed the beginning of the stream, the Georgia Warhawks won the toss, elected to defer. Faulkner has pretty much marched down the field methodically. They're going to give this handoff for the score to number 28. Amari Griffin on the score. And the Eagles go right down the field on the opening drive for 6 points. Number 93, Hayden Wynn, in to kick for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. Almost blocked, but he splits the uprights, and the Eagles will start up 7-0 here on the Faulkner Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back here on the Faulkner Sports Network. We want a correction. The touchdown was scored by number 28, James A. Maker. We apologize for that. Some miscommunication between the roster and the numbers, and pretty much kind of a last-minute thrown-together thing, but we do apologize. We're going to do our best from here on out. The kick is up and off. It will be caught in the end zone. The Warhawks will be bringing it out. Wedge return right up the middle, almost split the defender. Is going to be tripped up and stopped at about the 29-yard line, and the Warhawks offense will go to work. Will Lucas now joins us as our defensive analyst. Will, how are you feeling today? What's something you want to see from this Eagles defense?
What's up, Judd? It's great to be here this afternoon. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Faulkner defensive line shows up today. This is really the strength of the Faulkner defense. Winning the line of scrimmage is a huge priority for this defense, and so that's kind of the matchup that I want to see this afternoon.
So the last time we saw this Faulkner defense, they gave up. As that snap's fumbled, quarterback's going to pick it up. Driven back all the way to the 10-yard line. Initial hit was by number 54. Original hit by number 54, Tristan Tapia. Keon Henson came in to finish the playoff. But as I was saying, the last time we saw this Faulkner defense, they gave up 30-plus points. Wasn't a great showing against Tennessee Valley. Had a lot of trouble with the speed option and containing the perimeter. So what's something you're looking to for that today?
So with that, you just have to make sure that you're following your assignments. Make sure that you're reading the quarterback's eyes and making sure that you're in your spot. To be able to defend the play, which they did a great job on this play here, on the last play, causing the quarterback to lose focus and get brought back for a huge loss.
Yeah, a little bit of a scramble drill there. Quarterback number 4 looking to escape. Tackle was made by number 27, Ty Smith. This defensive line, like you said, already creating pressure early, been in the backfield both plays. Going to be third and about 19 to 20 here on the opening drive for the Warhawks. Eagles walked up 2 onto the line of scrimmage showing blitz. They back out of it. Number 4 takes the check down to number 1. He's going to try and get to the perimeter. Tackle made by number 25, Denzel McNeil, for about a 12-yard gain. Going to bring up 4th down and 8.
Yeah, great job there by the defense there, showing toughness there and just having a good 3 and out and getting the ball back to the offense.
Yeah, on comes the punt team for the Warhawks. This return team gave up 2 fake punts last time they were out, showing a little bit of a watch look with 25 Denzel McNeil off the line of scrimmage, probably to check and make sure. Back deep to receive is number 30, Davian Jackson. Snaps up. Big rush from the punter. Punter's going to scramble now. And just like that, the Warhawks offense will be right back on the field as they pick up a 1st down.
So this is something that we saw last week. The defense, they weren't prepared, and they did a good job there getting pressure to them.
Yeah, it's almost like it kind of just happened because they weren't running a punt block, they were running a punt return. So everybody's dropping back, looking at their assignments, making sure they can set it up. But the punter just saw an open lane and took it, and that's the same thing that happened last week. And so a little bit unfortunate there. Sometimes you can't control everything, but nonetheless, the Warhawks offense is now in business at the 42-yard line, looking to drive. Handoff to number 1. Big tackle made by number 54, Tristan Tapia, for a loss in the backfield. Yeah. Or correction, going to be for no gain. Quarterback getting the play call here. Great job by the defense on that opening drive, but something, as I played football the coaches always said was never put the defense back on the field to do a job they've already done. And unfortunately, in drive one, they've already kind of failed that motto. But like we said, sometimes you can't control it. They had a great punt rush. They had all their assignments blocked up for the return. However, number 30 saw the open lane, took it, and great job by the Warhawks. Number 4 is going to step up. Pocket's collapsing. He's going to scramble. Tackle made by number 27, Ty Smith, and Denzel McNeil right at the line to gain. Official on the bottom side said it is a first down. Chains will be moving. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the Faulkner 48.
Yeah, great job there by the quarterback there, seeing the open lane and using his mobility to split through that hole to pick up that first down.
So, like we talked about earlier, something that the defense struggled with against Tennessee Valley was containing the quarterback run and on the perimeter as the inside handoff there goes for a gain of maybe a yard. Tackled by a host of Eagles. But something we're going to have to see today, like you mentioned earlier, is definitely winning the line of scrimmage with the defensive line, but also some pass rush lane integrity. You got to make sure you stay in your lane so you don't give up those big scrambles and those big plays to first downs like we just saw number 4 take. Trips lining up to the top of your screen. Quarterback and running back in the backfield. Number 4 catches a snap. Looking deep. Comes back down short to number 10. Great catch, spins outside. Tackled by McNeil and Davian Jackson for a gain of about 8. Going to be 3rd and 2. Under 6 minutes now to go here in this first quarter. Offense in the huddle. Play clock winding down. Play clocks on the field are not on, so we don't exactly know the amount of time left before the snap. Doubles to both sides of the formation. 3rd and just a couple yards to gain. They're going to go quarterback run. Falling forward. He's right at the line to gain. Referee making the decision. He's going to say he's short. It's going to be 4th and inches here for the Warhawk offense. Faulkner making some subs here. Subbing in some more D linemen. Probably going to go with a tight run here, maybe a tush push like we see the Eagles run. Eagles stacking the box. Preparing for that possibly quarterback run again. New running back in, number 28 for the Warhawks, and the Eagles end up jumping, no call. Snaps low to number 4, can't get on it. Ball's rolling around, picked up by number 4, Tristan Tapia. Sheds a defender, and he's still on his feet. Inside the 30, inside the 25, finally dragged down at the 23-yard line. Late flag is thrown. Looks like it's going to be a hit after the play on number 97, Tyler Booker. But nonetheless, the Eagles force the turnover, and it will give it back to Liebern and the Eagles offense.
That was a great play there. Just winning the line of scrimmage there and just forcing the quarterback because, I mean, he could not handle the snap. He could not get the ball, and it dropped out of his hands. And just a great recovery there by number 54. And showing his toughness and bringing it down the field.
Referee's trying to sort out the flag here. Looks like they're going to get the Warhawks on the personal foul. Not going to be on number 97, TB. Looked like possibly a late hit on TB there.
They're going to come up with some great field position right here. This is amazing field position, great scoring position. I wouldn't be surprised if they punched it in the next couple plays.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can tell, Austin Gregory back on the mic, offensive analyst. Liebern coming back in for possession number 2. He started both games so far, but like we said, a lot of guys get a lot of reps. You know, this is kind of like a couple exhibition games to get some guys ready for the varsity squad. Liebern catches the snap, pulls it, looking for the out route. Off the hands of number 14, Whetstone, and it'll be incomplete. And 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, and like you're saying, some of these games right here are really what, you know, it's a good exhibition game for, you know, people who will start for the team in the futures, and that's why they call it the futures.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan Smith on the carry there. Getting pushed forward. Great second effort. Going to be inside the 10, about the 8-yard line, bringing up 3rd down. They inherited this great field position. It'd be a little bit of a disaster to squander a 3-and-out and have to attempt a field goal. Such early on in this game. 3:28 left to play here in the first quarter. Liebern getting the calls from the sideline. Shouting out commands to his offensive line.
And remember, they can pick up the first down without scoring.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 2-yard margin in between the first down and the end zone. Dylan Smith churning forward, tackled at about the 4-yard line. Going to be 4th and about 2. Coach Brown making the decision. Looks like he's going to go for it. And why would you not? Your defense is playing great. Offense punched it in, inherited a great field position. They're going to do it again. Eagles lining up in a deuce look. Timeout's going to be taken by the Warhawks to talk things over. 7-0 here on the Faulkner Sports Network. We'll step away. Back here on the Faulkner Sports Network after the Warhawk timeout, 4th and 2. Heavy set to the right. Liebern and Smith in the backfield. He catches the snap. Going to look to throw. Big rusher avoids a sack. He's going to scramble out. Scramble drill. He's going to take it himself. Tries to run through a defender. Going to be a first down at the moment. We've got a flag in the backfield. Holding on number 68. Number 68, Connor Denson. Looks like it's going to move this one back. Unfortunate there. Great effort by Liebern, but on comes the kicking unit. Number 92, Aiden Brown, will step in. Or excuse me, no. Looks like it's going to be number 48. It's going to be attempting the kick. 92 is the holder. Number 48, Aiden Brown.
This field goal unit has been one that struggled this year, especially mainly on the futures team, and they're always getting pressure from the inside.
Yeah, you know, when you're running this field goal, it's step down and punch, but sometimes when you don't step all the way down, you create a gap people can jump through, run through very quickly, and then all of a sudden you've got a blocked field goal going the other way, which we saw twice last week, or the last time they played against Tennessee Valley. Aiden Brown in to attempt this kick. Looks to be a 30-yarder. Snap low, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 30-yarder nailed by number 48, Aiden Brown. That will make it a 10-0 lead with 2:13 left in quarter number 1 here on FSN. Ladies and gentlemen, back here on FSN, number 93, Hayden Wynn, back to kick it away. Caught by number 5, Kylan Rhodes. Out for the return, looking to bounce it outside. Tackle's going to be made by number 33, Cameron Ledbetter. And the Warhawk offense will set up at the 25-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen of the Warhawk fans, we have your roster. It has been sent to us. No more calling them by the numbers. We will have names for you, but we hope it is the correct name. 10-0 lead here for the Eagles. Last time this defense was on the field, they forced a turnover. A botched snap turned into a 50-yard fumble return. Will, what do you want to see on this possession?
Just more consistency. They've done a great job containing the run and limiting the pass. There have been a couple good throws here by the quarterback, but just continuing to show pressure. They've been doing a great job so far, so keep that up.
Yeah, got a quarterback change, number 3 now in instead of number 4. Pass complete to number 9. Sheds a few tacklers, going to pick up a first down. Great yards after the catch from number 9, Christian Johnson. Tayshawn Boatwright was your quarterback that started, but now number 3, Tylen Blackwell is your quarterback for this Warhawk offense. Number 4, Boatwright did a great job carrying the football, did a great job scrambling, hitting his receivers. The 2 missed snaps, though, is what really is going to hurt his day this afternoon. We saw the first loss for about 20, followed by the fake punt, which kept them on the field as Blackwell goes up the middle for a 4-yard gain. But then, when, of course, we saw the botch snap on 4th and inches where they were driving, they had the momentum, and then that one was picked up by Tristan Tapia of the Eagles and returned and put the Eagles in great field position for the 3 points.
Yeah, and to your point, like, ball security is so important. And so this is, a good decision there by the coach here to maybe try to find a new spark on the offense and see what can click.
Quarterback switch, number 3, Blackwell's helmet came off. They're going to go back to Boatwright, who gets a big scramble, makes his way down the sideline. Going to be about a 15-yard gain to the 38-yard line for Tayshawn Boatwright. Boatwright's carry is going to take him to the sideline for a quick breather as back in walks Blackwell. This Georgia Warhawks offense is moving. Less than 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Likely going to be the last snap. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Colby Bradley in the backfield with Blackwell. Handoff to Colby. Going to be a pickup of about 5, and that will do it for the first quarter. 10-0 lead for the Faulkner Eagles here after quarter number 1. Still got 3 to play. Don't go anywhere. A lot of action left here on the Faulkner Sports Network. Back here on the Faulkner Sports Network, 10-0 lead after one. Tylen Blackwell in at quarterback, seeing a little bit of a rotation. Helmet came off, came out for a play. He's back in. Haven't seen a lot of passing from this Warhawk team. Couple quick completions here and there. Two receivers split to each side of the formation again with number 28, Kobe Bradley, in the backfield. Catches a snap, rolling out to his right, trying to find a man. Great hands by number 16, Trainer Alexander. Unfortunately, he was pushed out of bounds, but still nonetheless, great catch there. Going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, that's a great play there. The receiver did a great job at having the concentration to catch the ball, but great play by the DB there to force the receiver out of bounds there.
Yeah, great job by number 47, Austin Knapp, getting over there, like you said, pushing him out of bounds. The sideline on defense is your friend. He can be used as an extra tackler. So, if you can get him out of bounds, away from the play, it can be good. But likewise, if you let people get on the perimeter, there's nobody there but the sideline. And so it's kind of both. We're going to have a false start here on likely everybody but the center, everybody's favorite call in football. Let's see if we can get it from the referee right here. He calls it just on the offense, not everybody but the center. Unfortunately, we won't have a clip for you all there. But nonetheless, going to be about 3rd and 10 for this Warhawk offense, who was moving. And like we saw with the penalty, it's going to back them up against the sticks.
And that's, something that we're seeing in each of these drives. They're letting, whether it be penalties or botched snaps, letting these easy mental mistakes limit and cripple their drives.
Deep ball here, looking for number 45. Going to have a late flag. Definitely tackled the receiver there. Ball was uncatchable. Not sure how that rule applies here. But nonetheless, definitely pass interference going to be called on number 11, DeMarcus Tyler.
Yeah, you hate to see that from the DB there. Wasn't really necessary. The ball wasn't in a catchable position, and you just gave the offense life there when it would have been a 4th down stop.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 now for this Warhawk offense. Going to put them right outside the red zone at the 24-yard line. It was a good ball by Blackwell. Just a little bit of the bumping and the fighting from the receiver and the DB kind of put it out of range. So now they've got 1st and 10 on the Eagle 24-yard line. Catches a snap, keeps the handoff, tries to get outside. Couple of stiff arms. Great run from Blackwell. He's fighting his way down to they're going to call it the 16-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 1. Great physical run there.
Yeah, great run there by the quarterback. Showing his toughness and physicality because, the Faulkner D-line and defense is very tough. So showing that toughness and not willing to go down to fight for the play there and getting within a yard of the 1st down. Great job.
Handoff this time to number 22, Micah Smith. Goes for no gain. Going to be 3rd and 1 here. Let's see if the Eagles can get another stop on 3rd down. Couple of subs made here. Blackwell still in the game, trying to lead this Warhawk offense. Ref giving the iron cross, giving both teams time to sub. Blackwell catches a snap, drop back to pass, blitz brought. Big time breakup by number 23, Cortland Warner.
Looks like there's a flag on the play, though.
In the backfield, they sent the pressure, looked like it's going to be holding. If you're the coach, do you decline this and go 4th and 1, or do you accept it and you go 3rd and 11?
It depends because you could go 3rd and 11 and give the offense the opportunity to convert, or you accept you deny the penalty, and they could potentially either bring out the field goal unit or go for it. It's a toss-up. It depends on how aggressive your coach wants to be in this situation.
Yeah, watching the kicker in warm-ups, not really sure what his range is. In my opinion, definitely was going to be 4-down territory there. So good job by the coach. In my opinion, in my broadcaster opinion, I'm not a coach, so in my opinion, I would have accepted the penalty, pushing it back to 3rd and 11, especially when your defense is playing so well. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Blackwell catches a snap, drops back to pass. Airing it out here, number 45, going up, jump ball, makes the catch, touchdown, Georgia Warhawks. DJ Bradley comes down with the reception. Quarterback saw one-on-one, took his shot, and Bradley delivered. It's going to be 6-10 pending the extra point.
Yeah, that was a great throw there, and throw and catch. Was able to get behind the defender, and looked like the defender just couldn't find the ball, and receiver was able to make a play on it.
Going to bring out the kicking unit. Number 0, Tyler Amin is your punter and kicker for the Warhawks. He's in to attempt his first kick of the afternoon. This Eagles defense has blocked a lot of kicks. That one is tipped, but shoots through the uprights, just misses the crossbar. We've got a 10-7 game here on the Faulkner Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment. Ten-7 game here, 11:36 left to play in half number 1. The long ball from Tylen Blackwell to number 45, DJ Bradley, is what put the Warhawks on the board. Pooch kick from Amin, going to be caught at about the 29-yard line, looking to make a return. Makes a few men miss, gets outside. He's off to the races. Kicker tries to trip him up, can't get him. Great return by number 17, Tyrese Keeler. And he's going to be tackled at the Warhawk 44.
Yeah, that's just something you can't do. You can't give an athlete like him room to run.
Yeah, but not only that, but shout out the blockers. I mean, blockers got there, had on a hat, and then it's really just up to, like you said, can't let an athlete get in space like that. And I think if he would have kept bending it and kept going out, it might have been a foot race to the end zone.
That's also one thing that we especially emphasize in practice is special teams, because, you know, special teams seems like such a small part of the game, but really it's one of the most pivotal things. And I mean, the statistics say if you get a punt block, you have a 90% chance of losing the game. So
big run by Amaker there, takes it all the way to the 37-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 1. We've got a quarterback change. Number 18, Taylor Keeler, brother of Tyrese, who just had the return, is now in at quarterback. Something we've seen with the Futures team, a lot of rotating in at quarterback. Lieburn had his 2 drives. Now it's Taylor Keeler's turn. Another handoff to Amaker, counter play following his blockers. Into the 30, pushing the pile down to the 27-yard line.
It's just some good blocking going up front by the offensive line and the tight end. Shout out to number 43, Caleb Porch, as he pulls through that hole right there, and really led block for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job vision right there. You know, seeing his first guy with the kick, following for the wrap block. Looks like they're going to go right back to it. This time the defense snubs it out. Maybe a 1-yard loss. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. I was going to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but looks like third time is when the defense finally makes the adjustment. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, at that time the defense was just ready for it. I think the defense is recognizing something that they just keep running over and over again.
Yeah, running back sub now, 37, Demetrius Davis in the backfield. His first action on the afternoon as A-Maker's going to get a quick breather. Right to the counter play, RPO. Great play by the DB, number 13, Isaiah Evans, getting his hand in and batting that one down. Brings up 3rd and 10. Pretty sure they're in field goal range here. Faulkner's got a lot of great kickers. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Keeler and Davis in the backfield. 4-man front for the Warhawks. Going to the wide zone. Nobody's home. Davis short of the line to gain. Big tackle by number 20, Devin Felton. Saves the first down there. Going to be 4th and inches. We've already seen the aggressiveness of Coach Brown going for it on 4th down once, and it was picked up in success, but the holding penalty brought it back. Does he go here? Does he go for it here again?
Oh, in my opinion, yes, you totally go. You see how they've established the running game, and I think you just go back to it. You just go back to the running game right here, and you pick up the first down.
Walked an extra lineman down, hits the slant route, and it's dropped by number 83. Patrick Carter had the slant route, definitely for a first down. On the RPO, there going to be a turnover on downs. You know, with it being 4th and 1, you know, might kind of tell the quarterback, you know, let's run the football right here. It's only a yard to gain. Your offensive line's been hitting them in the mouth. But nonetheless, this is what you give the quarterback the RPO chances for. If he likes what he sees, you trust him. You let him do it. Unfortunate drop there. Also a great play by the safety breaking it up. But nonetheless, Faulkner is stopped on the Warhawk 18-yard line, as that is where Georgia will go to work. Blackwell still in at quarterback. Motion across the formation. He's going to drop back to pass, looking to the trip side, going to step up. No one's home. He's going to go off and scramble. Big hit by number 35. Doesn't wrap up. Bounces off and picks up the first down. Number 35 laid the initial hit. Shout out Dalen Johnson.
Yeah, Blackwell's showing some great toughness out there today. And, you know, most quarterbacks, they would have taken the opportunity to slide there. But he was willing to take that extra hit to try to get the extra yardage. But it is coming back due to a holding penalty. But great toughness there by number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I know if I'm scrambling right there, and every time I had the opportunity, I would have definitely slid and just taken the yardage, especially a big play like that on first down. Now they've got to go against the sticks. Brings them back 10 yards. Going to be 1st and 20, 8 minutes and ticking left on the clock here in the second quarter. Number 1, Marlon Britton in the backfield with Blackwell. Catches a snap, dropping back. Going to take the short hitch route. Incomplete. Dropped by number 19, Tavon Evans.
Great job by the DB there, forcing that incompletion. Looks like the receiver didn't quite have his eye on the ball there, dropped it, but just reinforcing that incompletion there. Really good job there by 38.
Yeah, looks like he was trying to maybe go upfield before he fully caught it. You know, a classic thing we see in football, causes so many drops, not only at this level, the NFL, even in Pee Wee. That's just something, you know, it's so fundamental to the game, but it's something that can cost you deeply. As now it's 2nd and 20. Going to drop back to pass again. Taking a deep shot. He's got a man off the hands again on the deep ball. Number 19, Tavon Evans, had 2 steps on the DB. hits off the hands and incomplete.
The Faulkner defense, they're very fortunate on that one because if he comes down with that, that's going for 6.
Yeah, looks like it might have been a double move there. 38-bit down, and that's what caused Evans to get behind the defense. Beautiful throw by Blackwell, just unfortunately not brought in by the Warhawks. Going to be 3rd and 20 here. With the last time we saw this Warhawk team punt, great pressure almost caused a block if it wasn't for the pull down and run. They could be punting from their own end zone if they can't pick up any yards here. Drops back to pass again. Takes the flat route, hits off the hands of number 1 and incomplete. Going to bring up 4th and 20.
That's a great job there by the Faulkner defense and showing their toughness and causing this the 4th down and getting the ball back to the offense. They had a couple of things go their way that drive with the incomplete passes, but just doing a really good job on defense there.
Punts away here, shanked. Punt doesn't get past the 20-yard line, downed at the 18, and premium field position for the Faulkner offense. As this is the second time today they've had field position in the Warhawk territory, or 3rd if you count the kick return. Austin Gregory back joining us. Austin, what's your first play call here if you're calling the offense?
I think right off the bat, you just take a shot. You take a shot towards the end zone, and then if that doesn't work, then you just go back to run the football.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Taking a shot, I mean, you're 18 yards from the end zone. This is the best field position you've had all day. You've got so much momentum in your favor. See if one of your guys can go make a play. See what they do here. 6:16 left to play in quarter number 2. Keeler still at the helm, brings his brother in motion. Pulls, tries to get it to Whetstone. Going to be incomplete. Like we saw with the Warhawk receiver. Tried to turn and go upfield. Took his eye off of it, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Keeler getting the signals from the coaching staff. Clock now under 6 minutes. Got one-on-one at the top of your screen. Warhawk sending a blitz. He's going to take his chance to number 80. Batted down by number 21, Joshua Maxwell. Beautiful coverage there.
That's some great coverage by the defense right there on the on the slant right there, and just comes up short off his hand. So here we come coming in with a big 3rd down.
Yeah, big third down here. You know, we saw them with this great field position. 2 incomplete passes leaves them with no yards picked up so far. Man-to-man still across the board. Going to go to a screen pass here to A-Maker. Nobody's home to pick up the blocks, and he's driven backwards for a loss of 1. Going to bring up 4th and 11. Likely going to see the field goal unit here.
Yeah, screens are one of those things that if you're a defense and you get upfield and you realize there's nobody blocking me, that you better bail on it. And so they did a good job getting back to the ball and tracking the ball as defense.
Yeah, screens are kind of hit and miss because if you hit big. Now, we've seen this Futures team run several screens. We've seen them break 30, 40-yard plays. But right there, when you miss hard and you pick up no yards. You actually lose 2. So on now to kick number 93, Hayden Wynn. Going to be a 37-yard field goal. Snap, hold, kick is up. Misses wide right. Score will remain 10-7. 4:42 left to play here on the Faulkner Sports Network. For your other football games going on Sunday right now, we've got several blowouts. Colts putting it on the Raiders 40-6. Texans putting it on the Ravens 44-10. Cowboys putting it on the Jets 30-14. A couple close games. You've got a 17-10 Eagles over the Broncos, a 20-17 Panthers over the Dolphins as a shot is taken downfield. Another one by Blackwell, but this one is incomplete. And the final score of the morning slate, Saints are up on the Giants 26-14, but we all know the most important game of the afternoon is here on John Mark Stallings Field. 4:30 and ticking left to play in half number one. Will, what have you seen that's impressed you with the defense here in half number one?
The defense has done a really good job, and they're allowing for the offense to be in good field position. It's just unfortunate that the offense isn't able to take advantage of the opportunities that the defense is giving them. But the defense has played very well, aside for just a few times that they've allowed some wide receivers to get by them. They've been fortunate that the quarterback has not been able to, or the receivers have not been able to come down with these catches. But overall, they've done a great job.
A little bit of a scramble drill, looking across the middle for his receiver. Blackwell can't connect. Going to bring up a quick 3rd and 10. Warhawks really don't want to go 3 and out here and put the punting team back on the field, which almost had a block but then turned into a first down. The next punt went for about 6 yards. And so you really don't want to give this Eagles offense field position because it seems like the Eagles are knocking on the door every time, but like you said, can't punch it in. 3:37 remaining in the half. Let's see what the Warhawks go to. Bringing a man in motion. Blackwell catches the snap, drops back to pass. Big rush, can't get there. Tipped by number 35 and incomplete. Dalen Johnson almost had the interception there. Clock will stop at 3:26. Going to bring up 4th down once again.
Yeah, great job there by Dalen Johnson, and great job there by the pass rush too, forcing the rushed throw there and causing that incompletion.
With the subs brought in, clock now ticking. Plenty of time for the Eagles with all 3 timeouts. Faulkner catches a snap, boots it away. This one a better punt. Having to come up and field it, and then muffed it, and Warhawks recover. Warhawks are going to have the ball at the 50-yard line. Dropped there by number 17, Tyrese Keeler. Gives the Warhawks the football at the 50-yard line with 2:56 left in the first half.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you didn't want to see happen there. That's something that we talked about in the first quarter, where you think that your defense they got the job done and getting it back to the offense, but then, like you said, you don't have your defense get the job done twice, right? And so now you're having to go back out there and try and stop them again.
Dropping back to pass, taking an immediate shot. Got a man open. Falling down, makes the play. DJ Miller, beautiful job tracking the ball on the fade. Going to be a 28-yard completion from Blackwell, and this Warhawks offense is in business, approaching the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, it was a great throw there, and he was just able to find the soft spot in the defense and was able to track the ball and get that completion. Great job by the receiver there.
Going to be 1st and 10 here on the 22-yard line. Blackwell rolling out, quick screen to number 14. Makes a few man miss. He's off and running. 1 man to beat. Stiff arm. Touchdown Warhawks. Warhawks take their first lead of the afternoon with 2:04 left to play.
That's the danger of screens, as we've seen. Faulkner tried to run one earlier, but as we see, when the screens are blocked properly, that's what can happen. You get your receivers to block for you downfield, and it can open up great lanes for your receiver to get the ball.
Yeah, not only that, but like Austin was saying earlier, is when you get an athlete out in space, good things happen. And he makes one man miss, two men miss, stiff arms the third guy into the end zone, and that's what gives the Warhawks this lead here in the first half. Kick is up, splits the uprights, 14-10 lead for the Warhawks. 2:04 left to play here on FSN. Back here on FSN, the Warhawks just had a 20-yard screenplay to Demetrius Grant Jr. find the end zone and gives them a 14-10 lead. Kickoff by Amin. Caught at the 10-yard line. Eagles returning. Brought down at the 34, and the Eagles will go to work after the 2-minute warning. We'll take another short break and be back with you for the rest of the half here on FSN. Back here on the Faulkner Sports Network, Liebern back in at quarterback, going to try and successfully lead this 2-minute drill. Handoff to number 32, goes for no gain.
Yeah, that play right there just starts with the blocking up front, and they just really just didn't get done that play.
Yeah, trying to get a hat on a hat, trying to go back to that counter, but defense has seen it 3, 4, probably 5 times by now, so they're expecting it. Liebern going to lead this 2nd and 11. Another give. Trying to get to the outside. Big hit by number 16, Trainer Alexander. Big hit by number 18, Jay-Sean Lovett. Will bring up 3rd and 10. Letting the clock run here. Will we see a shot play, or do you think they're just going to run the rest of the clock out?
I honestly don't know. I really don't know. In my opinion, I say take a shot play because you're down 4 points and you can really gain some momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, Warhawks will start with the ball in the second half. Going to take a shot. Big rush sack by number 50, Stacy Hopkins Jr. Screaming off the edge, lays the hit. Warhawks call a timeout. 43 seconds left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So far, we've seen a lot of chances for Faulkner, but they've shot themselves in the foot a lot as well. What can you say, about what you've seen so far today and what you expect to see in the second half?
Well, what I've seen so far today is just lack of execution. I feel like it's been there for Faulkner, and Faulkner just hasn't executed on it. And I in my opinion, I don't think that the Georgia Warhawks that much better of a team. It's just been lack of execution on Faulkner's part. It's been the minute details and the small things that have really messed Faulkner up.
Yeah, like the holding calls we've seen, like when they were 4th and 1, they picked up the first down, holding call brought it back. We saw the long ball, DB didn't really see it, didn't track the ball well. That gives up a score. Lack of tackling on the screenplay gives up a score. Having the ball inside the 30 twice, coming away with only three times, and then you're only coming away with 3 points. So, like you said, lack of execution really hurting this Faulkner team.
Also, the muff punt too. The muff punt really messed them
that's
up.
a big one.
And when you have plays like that, especially on special teams, as you're expecting to get the ball back and you're getting ready to go on an offensive drive, that just can kill your momentum and kill your team's morale too.
Yeah, absolutely. So they've had a muff punt and the fake punt. Number 63, Zion Henderson is in to punt his first time here this afternoon. Going to punt it away. Coverage team getting down. Almost hits number 21 for the Warhawks. Ball will be downed at the 29-yard line. 30 seconds to go here in the half. Clock runs down a little bit extra to 27.5. Warhawks have one timeout. Will, if you're coaching up this defense, are you expecting maybe them to kind of air it out, or are you expecting them to knee it out and go into the half?
I think you knee it out and go to the half. I think that you've got the momentum from what we've seen, and I think that you just knee it out, go to the half, and talk about adjustments and get ready for the next half.
So for this Warhawk team, we saw Boatwright. He started the game, had the 2 bot snaps, caused the turnover. Then we saw Blackwell. Blackwell, since he's been in the game, hasn't looked back. Inside give there to number 28, Bradley. Tripped up there. Clock's going to run. Like you said, probably going to let this run out to the half. Going to be a 14-10 Warhawk lead. 10 seconds and counting. Neither team looking for another snap, and that will do it for half number 1. Warhawks lead 14-10. They'll get the ball back starting the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. 20-minute break. Go watch you some NFL football and be right back here on FSN to start half number 2.
Training tomorrow's teachers, ministers, and scientists, guiding future business leaders to positively impact our global economy. teaching healthcare professionals to improve patient outcomes, coaching athletes to give their best on and off the field, men and women learning how to succeed wherever their dreams take them. That's Faulkner University. With over 70 degree offerings, you'll find your calling with on-campus and online classes that fit your schedule in a Christian learning environment. Faulkner University. Discover more at faulkner.edu.
Everybody, I just decided to hop on here really quickly and tell y'all about something super exciting. Faulkner University's brand new nursing program. So, if you've ever thought about a career in nursing, this is your sign to go for it. First off, you can finish your degree in just 4 years, or less if you're ready to hustle. And can we talk about the learning environment? Faulkner University is all about combining top-notch education with a Christian perspective. It's not just about becoming a nurse. It's about becoming a nurse who serves with compassion and purpose. Oh, and the facilities? They're state-of-the-art. We're talking a simulation lab and the tech that prepares you for the real world. You'll feel so ready when it's time to step into your first job. So if you're ready to start your journey in nursing, learn more at faulkner.edu/nursing. Hope to see you there. Bye.
Are you ready to take the next step in your education and career? Look no further than Faulkner University's diverse range of graduate programs. Our one-year MBA and MSM programs begin new classes every 5 weeks and offer a fast track to success, equipping you with the skills and knowledge you need to excel in today's competitive business world. If you're passionate about justice and the law, Faulkner Law is your gateway to a rewarding legal career. Our faculty and resources are second to none. Faulkner offers programs ranging from justice administration to counseling and psychology to education and biblical studies, providing the training and expertise to help you become the effective professional you want to be. The College of Health Sciences at Faulkner University offers a variety of programs, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech-language pathology, and physician assistant studies. With experienced faculty, state-of-the-art facilities, and a commitment to academic excellence, Faulkner University is where your graduate journey begins. Join us and become part of a vibrant academic community dedicated to your success. Visit faulkner.edu to explore our graduate programs and take the first step towards a brighter future. Faulkner University, your path to success, your future starts here.
Championship game of the NAIA Division I tournament. Your champions are from Montgomery, Alabama, Faulkner University.
She starred as DJ Tanner on the series Full House. She's a New York Times best-selling author, and she's coming to Montgomery for one night only.
I'm thrilled to be coming to Faulkner University for this year's annual benefit dinner.
Faulkner University presents Candace Cameron Bure, October 2nd at its annual benefit dinner. Tickets are on sale now. Order your tickets today at faulkner.edu.
It's going to be an inspiring evening, and I can't wait to be a part of it.
I wanted to take my career to a higher level, so I searched for an MBA program that fits my schedule, that's accredited, and aligns with my Christian values. I found the perfect MBA at Faulkner University. Faulkner's MBA program consists of 10 5-week courses completely online, and the quality of instruction is excellent. Imagine how earning your MBA degree can help boost your career and get you to where you want to be. Visit faulkner.edu/advance to learn how you can get started.
Training tomorrow's teachers, ministers, and scientists, guiding future business leaders to positively impact our global economy, teaching healthcare professionals to improve patient outcomes, coaching athletes to give their best on and off the field, men and women learning how to succeed wherever their dreams take them. That's Faulkner University. With over 70 degree offerings, you'll find your calling with on-campus and online classes that fit your schedule in a Christian learning environment. Faulkner University. Discover more at faulkner.edu.
To take the next step in your education and career, look no further than Faulkner University's diverse range of graduate programs. Our one-year MBA and MSM programs begin new classes every 5 weeks and offer a fast track to success, equipping you with the skills and knowledge you need to excel in today's competitive business world. If you're passionate about justice and the law, Faulkner Law is your gateway to a rewarding legal career. Our faculty and resources are second to none. Faulkner offers programs ranging from justice administration to counseling and psychology to education and biblical studies, providing the training and expertise to help you become the effective professional you want to be. The College of Health Sciences at Faulkner University offers a variety of programs, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech-language pathology, and physician assistant studies. With experienced faculty, state-of-the-art facilities, and a commitment to academic excellence, Faulkner University is where your graduate journey begins. Join us and become part of a vibrant academic community dedicated to your success. Visit faulkner.edu to explore our graduate programs and take the first step towards a brighter future. Faulkner University, your path to success, your future starts here.
Training tomorrow's teachers, ministers, and scientists, guiding future business leaders to positively impact our global economy, teaching healthcare professionals to improve patient outcomes, coaching athletes to give their best on and off the field, men and women learning how to succeed wherever their dreams take them. That's Faulkner University. With over 70 degree offerings, you'll find your calling with on-campus and online classes that fit your schedule in a Christian learning environment. Faulkner University. Discover more at faulkner.edu.
At Guardian, we believe in the power of connections. Our team strives to foster these connections daily by working together, sharing experiences, and gaining a deeper understanding of your financial needs. By offering comprehensive tools and unwavering support, we are committed to achieving your goals and empowering you along your financial journey with compassion and dedication. We are your trusted partner in building a brighter future, one connection at a time. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Billy D. Hillier Stadium here in Montgomery, Alabama. 14-10 Warhawk lead after one half of play. Aiden Brown back to kick. Back deep to receive, number 12, Michael Stewart. Big first half, a lot of penalties on both teams. Kept them out of the end zone. Going for an onside kick. He falls right on it after 10 yards. Did he touch it early? Referees say no, Faulkner football. How about that? Big time execution by this Faulkner special teams. We've seen big returns. We've seen fake punts. We've seen almost block punts. Now we've got an onside kick. And we're 2 seconds into this second half.
What an interesting way to come out with an onside kick, and what a recovery by Faulkner too.
Yeah, you get your team back into it when you lost all momentum. You get the crowd back into it. About maybe 150, 200 people here in attendance today. Pretty good sized crowd for a Sunday afternoon football game. Liebern back in at quarterback. Got a great spot here. Definitely got to go get points. Pulls it on the slant route. Hits number 89. Still up and going. Zeke Adams still pushing the pile. Referees haven't blown it dead yet. Going to be a 20-yard gain. How about a way to start this second half?
What a way to start. Let's talk about the electricity that is going on that field.
Got a penalty flag, going to be a legal man downfield, and the electricity, the plug has been pulled. And unfortunately, this play is coming all the way back. Not sure who they called it on. The ball was released fairly quickly, so I mean, the run play, it was inside zone, so you're releasing quickly up to the backer.
I don't understand why they would call it if they're within like a couple yards of the O-line, but it's up to the ref's discretion.
So the rule is 3 yards or less. When you pass 3 yards, the flag gets thrown. So got up there fairly quickly. Going to come back here on 1st and 15. 6-yard gain, going to be 2nd and 9. But, yeah, unfortunate there. You get the onside kick. You pick up a big completion. Then your yards after the catch, you push for 6 more. Crowd's going crazy. Like you said, the electricity. But, unfortunately, now, 2nd and 9. Going to go to a stretch play. We've got another flag. Going to be a false start. Play is blown dead. Calls on Caleb Ports. They said he never got set. So it's going to be 2nd and 14.
And once again, you see just Faulkner there shooting themselves in the foot with the penalty, or just some stupid mistake like that.
Yeah, unfortunate there, but you got to bounce back. There's still a lot of football left. 29 minutes of football is left. You're only down 4. Your offense has played particularly well. Pulls, goes back to the slant route, thrown a little bit behind. Liebern took a big hit there. No call by the ref. Was very late, but nonetheless, an incomplete pass going to bring up 3rd and 14. Big time play by the DB, Caden Wright. A little bit of miscommunication on the clock between the field and the operator. Clock's been reset to 14 minutes after the incompletion. Going to bring up 3rd and 14. You get the onside kick. You get the big play. Back-to-back penalties. You're sitting at 3rd and 14. What's your play call here?
You got to take a shot. You got to do something. You can't – it's one of those things you can't really come up short,
Flips it to Whetstone. Going to pick up almost 10 yards, but because of those 2 penalties, you back yourself up, and even with the good play on 3rd down, you're still short. You're looking to punt the football here. Yeah, but like we said, missed opportunity, big missed opportunity. You come out with the onside kick. Nobody was expecting it. You're down 4. You've got a great opportunity, and then you squander it with the 2 penalties.
Yeah, it's just tough luck for Faulkner right now.
Defense playing punt safe. Snap back to number 92. The punt is off. Beautiful kick. Run down, caught at the 10 on the run by number 12. Makes a few men miss. Pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Good return by Michael Stewart. And the Faulkner defense will step onto the field here with 13:06 in the third quarter. On walks this Warhawk offense. Blackwell still in at quarterback. Played a great game so far today. Thrown it well. Read the defense well. Gotten out of the pocket when he needs to. Sits in the pocket and stands in when the rush is around him. He's looking to replicate his success here in half number 2. Quick inside give. Makes a man miss. Dragging defenders for a first down for the Warhawks. Good carry by Marlon Britton.
Yeah, great job there by Marlon. Just taking what the defense is giving there and just finding the hole and getting that first down. The defense for Faulkner, we have to give them a little bit of credit here. Like, they've played a pretty good game, and they've been giving the offense opportunities. But as Austin was saying earlier, execution has just been lacking, and it's something that they just have not been able to get right yet.
Another give to Britton, dragged down by number 94, R.C. Gartman. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. Picked up half yard, maybe a full yard. Blackwell goes to the sideline to get his play. Two receivers to each side of the formation. Britton and Blackwell in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. Takes the quick hitch route to Bradley. Bradley tries to make a man miss, shoved out of bounds by Davian Jackson for a gain of 5. Going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, perfectly executed hitch route there. The receiver stopping on a dime and creating that separation from the DB to pick up a good gain.
3rd and 4. Defense got to have a stop here. Got to halt this momentum from the Warhawks. Try and reignite the spark in this sideline for the Eagles. Faulkner showing pressure. Walking up onto the line of scrimmage. They'll back out of it. They send an extra man, taking a shot downfield. 19 has a step, catches the ball. They're going to say he was out of bounds. Great over-the-shoulder catch from Tavon Evans, but a better job by 38, Keyshawn Kingston. Getting the receiver toward the sideline, getting him out of bounds, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's one of those situations where the sideline is your friend. If you're the Faulkner defense there, it was a good ball, but just a little bit too far outside.
Yeah, it's one thing is you always want to give, as a quarterback, you always want to give your guys chances to make plays. And like we said, he had a step on him, maybe even 2 steps. If you can keep that ball in bounds, is it a catch? Do you throw it too far? I mean, it's going to be close, but nonetheless, great job from the Faulkner defense. That punt's kicked away, caught by Keeler. A muff, handles it. Still moving, almost gets out of the pile. Finally going to be brought down right at the 30-yard line. So Keeler there almost muffed another one. But nonetheless retains possession, and it will be Faulkner football at the 29-yard line with 10:45 left to play. So Austin, drive number 1, you get the onside kick, and then you squander your possession. You now get the ball backed up in your own territory. What are you telling your offense before you take the field?
Look, I'm telling them we have to get something going. You got to get something going. You can't just have multiple 3-and-outs, and just rely on your defense and your special teams. I feel like that's happened too much in this game, and you see it reflect on the scoreboard.
Dylan Smith with the carry, tries to spin out of a tackler, does, but taken down for a 2-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 8 here. I agree. I mean, when you get good opportunity after good opportunity, you've had the ball, you started with the ball 3 times in their territory. You didn't start with the ball on the 45-yard line, and you only have 3 points to show for it. The touchdown that the Eagles had, it was a methodical drive. They punched it in on drive number 1. You're thinking, all right, we're set to go. But now, it seems like their offense is sluggish. They shot themselves in the foot. Quick completion there to Caleb Porch, taken down for a gain of 4. But, yeah, like you said, you've got to be able to pick up the third downs. Especially, there's still time left on the clock, but time is at a premium now, and it's starting to run out, and you can't keep wasting these possessions.
Yeah, it's also one of those things for just team morale and momentum in general. Like you just have to get first downs.
Stretch play to Dylan Smith, trying to bounce it outside, slips underneath the blocker. Beautiful read there. Cutting off the butt of your blocker, picks up the first down, and it'll be a new set of downs for this Faulkner Eagle offense. Lieberman commanding the troops. Trips to the top of your screen. Everyone getting calls from the sideline. Warhawks in their 4-man front. Got another man walk down. Backs out of it. Counter play. Smith bounces off a few tacklers. Picks up 8. And the Eagles' offense is in business. Showing a little bit of tempo here. Getting on the football. Lieberman catches a snap. Goes right back to the counter. Spin move. Picks up the first. Referee's going to mark him a yard past it. 1st and 10. As this game's going on, we're seeing this Faulkner offensive line really pushing the pile, really getting a lot of movement up front. Something we really haven't seen since game 1. New running back in. Dylan Smith takes a break. Lieberman, quick completion to number 85. Ball's punched out. They'll say incomplete pass, however. Never fully retained possession. Brings up 2nd and 10. Warhawks have 5 men on the line of scrimmage. Going to the quick zone day to Davis. Davis is off and running. DB steps up, takes out the legs. Going to be a 14-yard gain for Davis. Great job coming in, carrying the ball, picking up the first.
Let's give some credit to the O-line and the tight end right there on the blocking for him too. Gonna get a penalty. They did not. There's a confusion on the Warhawks sideline. They did not sub a man off in time, and there was one on the offensive side of the ball.
Through the flag was going to be offsides, like you said. However, Georgia had to burn a timeout. Tempo starting to get to them. If you look at both sidelines, you can see quite a difference in the quantity of players per side. So maybe some fatigue setting in, having to use the timeout there, especially to avoid the penalties. 14-10, Warhawks lead. Eagles driving the football, 1st and 10. Coming out of the timeout, what are you doing?
Coming out of the timeout, I feel like we got momentum right now. I'm just going to keep running the football. I'm going to do what we've kept doing. We're just going to run it down their throat and make them like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're up front, up in the trenches, it's a marathon. This game is a very long game. It's a momentum sport, like you said. When you have the momentum up in the trenches, it makes it a lot easier to block your assignment. It makes it a lot easier to run the football. And I do the same thing. I'm calling another run, giving it right back to Demetrius Davis because he just scampered for 15. Defense miscommunication. Trying to figure out how they're going to stop him. I'm giving it right back to him. However, we're not the coaches, so let's see what they go to here. Lieberman in at quarterback. Davis in the backfield. Tight end and sniffer split to each side of the line. Give to Davis. Lead up the middle. Tackled for a 4-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Demetrius Davis is going to come off now, and James Amaker is going to go in at running back.
Yeah, just the depth of this Futures team in the backfield is one that really causes a lot of teams a lot of problems. When you have several guys you can bring in that all run it and run it well, makes it really, really hard to defend. 2nd and 6. Quick fake. Hits. Looking for the slant. Ball was tipped by number 18, Jay-Sean Lovett. Number 11, Tyquavius Johnson almost had the INT off the tip. Lieburn's lucky that one hit the ground. Going to bring up 3rd and 6.
You see Faulkner now slow down the tempo, and they're trying to get something going again.
Yeah, got to get a good play here. 3rd and 6. You're right outside of field goal range possibly, so you're looking at maybe 2-down territory. Lieburn drops back to pass. He's going to step up, got a flag. Lieburn hit hard, falling forward. Picks up the 1st down as of right now. Looks like it's going to be a holding call coming back. Holding call on number 76, Christian Kimbrough.
And once again, those are those things. They're just drive killers right there, drive killers.
Yeah, negative plays, false starts, holding calls, any sort of movement going backwards you never want to see. And like you said, big drive killers. However, we saw Georgia they had 3rd and 1. They picked up a holding call, moved them backwards. The next play, they threw a shot for a touchdown. So, being able to be resilient like that is really a plus, especially as we're approaching the late stages of this game, halfway through this 3rd quarter. Bunch formation to the top of your screen. Lieburn drops back to pass. Hits it to Amaker. Amaker, a stiff arm, still working forward. Going to pick up maybe 7 yards. Going to bring up 4th and 9 here. Like we said, this is 4-down territory. As much as that penalty hurts you, you still got a chance. However, instead, looks like they're going to bring on the punting unit, going to try and pin them deep and get this offense some rest. Zion Henderson in the kick, freshman from Opelika, Alabama. Defense play and punt safe, knowing they can't give up anything. Going to try and aim this one toward the corner. Sky-high kick. Punt team's down there. Gives it a bounce down at the 10-yard line, and the Warhawk offense will take over when we return on the Faulkner Sports Network. Blackwell and the Warhawk offense get the ball at the 10-yard line. Faulkner bringing some heat, rushing him out of the back of the end zone. He's just going to throw it away. Good thing he got out of the tackle box there. If not, it would have been a safety for intentional grounding.
Yeah, great job there by the defense, forcing that pressure. And would that have been a safety, though, if he had a receiver in the area?
Yeah, true. So as long as it crosses the line of scrimmage, if he's outside the tackle box, or if there's a receiver in the area, he can avoid intentional grounding. They were probably likely going to call 45 on the comeback there in the vicinity of the ball, so not avoid intentional grounding, but nonetheless, they're going to go with a run play here. Not wrapping up front, end up pushing him past the 1st down marker. Good carry by number 28, Kobe Bradley, for a 1st down. got an injured Eagle down on the field. Trainers will tend to him, and we'll step away for the moment. The injured Eagle, number 27, Ty Smith, able to get up, walk off under his own power. Always good to see the injured players up and moving. Blackwell now with the read option, outruns the defensive end. Going to be hit. Late flag coming in as he took a shot to the head there. Going to be a 4-yard gain. Looks like maybe a late hit, some unnecessary roughness. We'll wait and see the call. So we've got a targeting call on number 23, Cortland Warner. Typically, the rule is review to see if it's targeting and a helmet-to-helmet hit or whatever the rule is now. It's changed so much. But now he's now been disqualified from the game, so he will not be at DB anymore this afternoon. Tough call there. Helmet came off, so new quarterback in, back to starter number 4, Tayshawn Boatwright. Fumbles the snap, bounces forward somehow, and recovered by the Warhawks. And it will be a gain of 1, 2nd and 9, an injured Eagle down on the field. Trainers will head to tend to him. We'll step away again here on FSN. Back here on FSN, Blackwell, quick completion. Receiver caught it on the ground. Going to be a loss of 5. Going to bring up 3rd and 13. Injured Eagle was number 33. 33 Cameron Ledbetter. He was able to walk off under his own power, holding at his side. Probably just got hit the wrong way. But nonetheless, like we said earlier, good to see him up and moving. It's now the Eagles have a big chance here. Big 3rd down.
Huge 3rd down. And the defense, they've done a great job giving their offense the opportunity to get in good field position. It's just the offense has not been able to capitalize on these opportunities.
Big time rush. Blackwell trying to scramble out. Going to go for the first. Gets shoved out of bounds by number 51, Kendrick Wilson. About 3 yards short of the first down marker. Now what do you do?
I mean, I think you just trust your defense. Your defense has done a great job at stopping the Faulkner offense today, and so you still have the momentum here. So your defense has been doing well. I say just bring the punt team out here and give it back to the Faulkner offense.
Yeah, looks like you chose correctly in alignment with the coach. However, we've seen a fake punt already, whether it was intentional or unintentional. Either way, it doesn't matter. Coach is shouting punt safe from the sideline, so the regular defense is still on the field. The snap's low. 30 catches it. Punt's blocked. Faulkner recovers on the 39-yard line. They're going to have great field position with 3:19 left here in quarter number 3, giving their offense a golden chance to go take the lead here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, that was a great job there by the defense, playing safe and getting ready for the punt and forcing that block and setting up their offense for a great field opportunity there.
Yeah, so we were saying they're going to be punt safe. They're going to be punt safe. They're not going to try and go after the block. Well, number 54, Tristan Tapia, came screaming off the edge, untouched. No one blocked him. Big-time play there by the sophomore D lineman from Mars Hill High School in Florence, Alabama. Liebram with the give to Demetrius Davis. Makes a cut, somehow still moving, and he's going to pick up 9 here, 2nd and 1. Great movement here on play number 1 for the Eagles offense.
Looks like they're going back to that tempo.
Going to be another give, this time to Davis. Davis reading his block, taking it outside, going to be bringing it back on a holding call on number 43, Caleb Porch. It's going to be moving back, unfortunately for them. So another penalty hurts this Eagle offense. Holding call is on Caleb Porch.
It's one of those things as the offensive guy, when you're blocking, you just got to let go at some point, and, he just gets tangled up there and unfortunately gets a penalty for his team.
Well, also, you got to look at the running back. Where the play was supposed to hit was supposed to be inside, so Caleb had his guy forced out. But when the running back bounces it, the defensive lineman sees it, but Caleb's doesn't. So Caleb's still blocking him to the best he can. And like you said, at some point, you just got to let go. Quick hitter to number 87. Turns the corner inside the 20-yard line. Big-time play by Jamar Fitch. His first reception on the afternoon. Going to be 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. Eagles running this tempo. Warhawks trying to get set. Lieburn already catching the snap. Going to be a give to Dylan Smith, making men miss. Gets to the outside, 2nd level, running through defenders. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 yet again. Tempo still going. Trying to keep this Warhawk defense on their heels. Going right back to the run. Lieburn's going to pull it. Was looking for 84, Jermaine Ray. However, ends up missing. 2 defenders converged on Ray.
Now the Eagles are going to slow it down right here, and they're going to substitute Jermaine Ray for Damari Whetstone.
Yeah, Whetstone's not only a receiver, but he's played a lot of, tight end H-back look. So going to their heavier set. Counter play to Smith, blown up in the backfield by number 26, Carv Packer. Had a great read and a great jump off the ball. Came through untouched and blew it up at the mesh point.
Yeah, there's just absolutely no run room there for Dylan Smith.
So the incompletion and the negative play now brings up 3rd and 14 on the 15-yard line. Lieber catches a snap, sending some heat. Got a bootleg, flicking it out to Whetstone. No one's home. He scores untouched. Touchdown Eagles. They retake the lead here with 1:30 left in quarter number 3.
Damari Whetstone's been a big target for Seth Lieburn this season. Especially last game, Damari had 2 touchdowns come from Seth Lieburn.
Yeah, that's just you going to your guy. You got to know, where he is at all times. Like you said, Lieburn keeping that connection going. But how about the play call? A little bit of a bootleg, a little bit of trickeration. Whetstone's been in the run game blocking all day long, and they finally slip him out the backfield untouched. No one sees him, and he scores here. Extra point by Brown is good. Score is now 17-14. Faulkner has their first lead since midway through the second quarter. We'll step away for a moment.
The kick bounces off his hand, and number 12 luckily picks it up in the end zone, takes it about to the 11. I was just about really unlucky for the Warhawks right there.
Yeah, almost very unlucky, and so now the Warhawks offense is back onto the field. Austin, what are you looking forward to see with this Warhawks offense coming back from, the defense just gave up this touchdown to Faulkner, so what are you looking for this offense to respond?
I'm looking for this offense. They got to get something going. They got to go back to the base stuff and just get something going. They got to get other own in right now. They're backed up. I say you run the football, you get a couple yards, and then you take a shot. Little screen action going here. And number 11 is going to take it to just about the first down marker, and he's going to be down around the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, that was a great play there by the Warhawks, getting close to the first down here.
Clock now under a minute. Warhawks got to put a drive together. Haven't really done anything since the deep shot they took. Faulkner walking him in down line of scrimmage, sending some pressure. Play made in the backfield. Big tackle by number 98, Sony Ross.
Yeah, it was a great job there by Ross. As we've said, the main the object for this defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and he did just that, dominating the line of scrimmage and forcing that tackle for loss there. Beautiful job there by number 98.
Warhawks probably going to run this to the fourth quarter with only 10 seconds left. Would be rare to see a snap here. Looks like they might snap it. 2-1. Snap it last play of the third quarter. Looking for a quick out route. And he's taken down. Sacked by number 53. Keon Henson coming through here for this Faulkner team. Came away with the football. Are they officially ruling it a football? It will be Faulkner football on the 5-yard line to start this fourth quarter. With a 3-point lead, they just punched it in. How about that play by Henson?
Great play by Henson. The offense, they finally found their rhythm, it looked like, on that last drive. And now the defense, they provide another opportunity for this offense and give them excellent field position for this next drive.
Yeah, you get the crowd back in it. You get your sideline back in it. Everyone's hyped now. You've got all the momentum. You've got to come away with a touchdown here. There's no excuse with only 5 yards to the gain that you don't punch one in and go up 2 scores. here on the Warhawks. We'll step away for a quick moment and be back to bring you our final quarter of action on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in Montgomery, Alabama. Quarter number 4 now underway. Lieburn catches a snap, gives it to number 32, driven backwards, slung late after the play. That's going to be a flag, and they're going to move them half distance to the goal. Going to have the ball on about the 2.5-yard line.
Just a dumb play by the defense. It's one of those things where you got the play, you got him in the backfield. You just got to let go. The whistle blows, just let go.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason to do that because now you turn a 4-yard loss into a 2.5-yard gain. And with this run game, you could definitely see it punched in here in the next couple plays. In the backfield, you've got Lieburn. Beside him, you've got Z.J. Dale, someone who we haven't seen a lot of so far necessarily this afternoon, but who's played a significant part in this run game for this Futures football team. First and goal here. Handoff to Dale, cuts inside. Porch's block. Going to be a gain of 1. Going to be second and goal from the 4-yard line.
A touchdown right here is absolutely pivotal for the Eagles. It's one of those things where if you get up right now, you get the momentum and you're rolling. You're rolling, and it really can shut down the Warhawks.
Yeah, definitely would be in the driver's seat with a punch in here. Z.J. Dale running behind his shoulder pads, punches it in for 6. 23-14 lead now for the Eagles, and it was set up by number 53, Keon Henson on defense.
And like I said, Faulkner's just riding that wave right now. The wave of momentum, they're really just riding it.
Hayden will be on to attempt the extra point. That's the definition of complementary football. Defense gets a turnover, sets them up with field position. Offense punches in, gives their defense now a 10-point lead. Kick is up and good. 24-14 with 14-15 left to play here on FSN. Brown with the kick, caught by number 16. Trainer Alexander looking to make a return, makes a few men miss. Eventually taken down by a host of Eagles led by number 33, Cameron Ledbetter. Had the injury earlier, good to see him back in and in action. So, Will, if you're the Warhawks, you start with your ball basically in your own end zone. Then you give up the fumble. You give up 7 points. Now you're down 10. So if you're the coaching staff over there, what are you telling your team? What plays are you calling if you're, trying to mount this comeback?
I think you just need to go back to the basics. Try to get some momentum, rushing the football, get some check downs, do the easy things, the simple things right, and then that could potentially open up the offense and get some momentum back, that you've lost in this second half.
Yeah, so one of the Faulkner Eagles was offsides on the kickoff coverage. 5 yards were added to the end of the return, so it's not going to be 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line. Quarterback change, number 4, Tayshawn Boatwright back in at quarterback. Catches the snap, dropping back, stepping up to scramble. Little pump fake, taken down by number 27, Ty Smith, for a gain of 6 yards. Going to be 2nd and 4 here for the Warhawks.
And, give credit to the coaching staff here. Like, number 4, he has had some snap issues today, but it does seem like the offense is more explosive when he is at the helm, just due to the fact of his legs and his mobility being a threat.
Catches the snap there. Quarterback run. Turning the legs. Ball pops out. Recovered by Denzel McNeil. McNeil trying to find space. Cuts through defenders. Making people miss. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20. Still running. Inside the 15. Finally taken down at the 13-yard line. Ball was punched out as number 4 was going down. That'd be number 4's 4th turnover of the day. Denzel McNeil comes away with it. Makes some men miss. And now you set your offense up with great field position yet again.
Just a great job there by the defense there. As we said, number 4, he's trying to take advantage of the defense there. He's trying to use his legs, as he has done well so far this game when he's been in. But as we've said, he's got to take better care of the football. But great job by the Faulkner defense in setting up their offense yet again with another great opportunity.
Lieburn still in at quarterback. 13:07 left to play in this game.
A little bit of change up at tight end. Instead of Caleb Porch, you have Cooper Knapp.
Running the bootleg. Cooper Knapp now leading the block for Lieburn. Lieburn bracing himself for a hit. Going to be a pickup of about 6. Try to get some action in there to Knapp. Great job by Knapp turning and blocking upfield. Someone who doesn't see a lot of reps here at tight end. A little bit of equipment malfunction for now. Going to cause him to come off, and back in comes Caleb Ports. These tight ends are a big X factor for this Faulkner offense, not only in the pass game, but doing such a great job up front blocking.
Yeah, I think a good tight end is key to a good offense.
Are you just saying that because you're a tight end, a little bit of bias there? Or
I think just in general they're key to a good offense. They can run and they can catch a pass too.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. Just trying to give you a hard time up here. Going to end up being about 3rd and 7. Lost some yards on the run right there with the handoff to number 32. Lieburn in at Q. Demetrius Davis beside him, lining the formation up into the boundary. Warhawks showing a lot of pressure, showing a 2-by-2 look, possible man coverage up top. Do we see Lieburn take advantage of it as he catches a snap? He drops back. Big-time rush. No one picks it up, and he's set. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and on comes the field goal unit.
Yeah, just no time. No time to look downfield. Just not very good blocking up front by the O-line and letting them through that quick.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Probably a little bit of miscommunication with the stunt running. And so as Lieburn's taken down for a sack there, on comes Aiden Brown to attempt the 34-yard field goal. A little bit of movement up front. Kick would have been good. Unfortunately, they're going to have to redo it. Not sure if the offense jumped or the defense flinched and made them jump. They're going to call false start. They're going to back them up. Aiden Brown's kick would have been good from a lot longer than 34. Let's see if he still has it in him here. This time it's going to be from 39. We've already seen him hit one today. We've seen this unit give up 2 blocked field goals already. Good operation time. Kick is up, and he drills it from 39, giving the Eagles a 27-14 lead with 11 minutes left to play here on the Faulkner Sports Network. (27-14) lead here for the Faulkner Eagles, coming off of the Denzel McNeil fumble recovery, returned inside the 20. Unfortunately, some sacks resulted in giving up the field goal instead of capitalizing on a touchdown, but nonetheless, you've got a 13-point lead with 11 minutes left to play.
Yeah, and that's a great situation to be in at this point in the game. You would have loved to have had the touchdown there, but increasing the lead is always a great option as well.
Yeah, we've seen this offense come away with no points several times in plus field position. So like you're saying, I mean, it's not what you were hoping for with a touchdown, but nonetheless, you extend the lead to 13, rather it being at 10. Still just a 2-score game. Blackwell back in at quarterback. Catches a snap, dropping back to pass, looking to take a quick shot. Looking big-time breakup by number 33, Cameron Ledbetter. He was looking for his man on the go ball. He's already hit him 3 or 4 times today. Great job by the safety playing over the top.
Yeah, great pass breakup right there. Almost could have been picked. So great job by the DB there, tracking the ball and causing that incomplete pass.
Yeah, he got a hand on it, and I thought he was about to one hand snag it out of the air, and that would have been an electric play to make here on this Sunday afternoon. 11-11 left here in the game. Blackwell takes a snap, hits the quick hitch route to number 12. Great job cutting inside, spin move. Big hit by number 27, Ty Smith. Helmet comes off of one of the Faulkner players. Number 98, Sony Ross, will have to take a one-play break.
Yeah, it was a great play there by the receiver there, number 14. You got to get your guys out in space, as we talked about earlier, and that's the best way to do it. Get these little screen passes and just let your receiver go make a play.
Yeah, we've seen this Warhawk offense take several shots. They're not afraid to do it at all. And so they know their receivers are great athletes, so they try and give them the ball often. Great scramble drill right there by number 19, finding open space. That's Tavon Evans getting in on the action. Great job finding the quarterback, making sure he's seen, and that's scramble drill 101. 10:25 left on the clock. Warhawks starting to run out of time. Definitely need to put something together here.
Yeah, at this point in the game, you're down 2 scores, so time is of the essence. You're going to have to start moving the ball quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Inside give there to Britton. Tackled right at the line to gain. Referee says that he has it. Going to be 1st and 10 now for the Warhawks. Big time pickup there to keep the drive going. Clock now under 10 minutes to play. Blackwell trying to lead this team down the field. Drops back to pass again. Davian Jackson coming off the edge. He throws it backwards. That's a fumble. Ball's going to roll out of bounds. So we have a backwards pass here. Had it been forward, would have been intentional grounding. A bit of an awkward spot to be in now. It's still Warhawk football, but now it's 2nd and a mile.
Yeah, I don't know what the quarterback's really thinking there because, I know he's trying to avoid the sack there, but whenever you're throwing the football and you threw it backwards, so now it's back at the spot of the ball, and so now you've put yourself at 2nd and a mile, as you said. So it would have been better for you to just take the sack and it would have still been a long conversion, but now it's worse.
Throwing a jump ball there, looking for number 19. Warhawks wanting a flag. Good coverage there by Jackson. Maybe a little bit of early contact, but both receivers shoving and fighting, so they're not going to pull the flag on that. Going to bring up 3rd down. Third and 37 is your official distance. Would be insane to see them pick it up. They threw the 40-yard post ball earlier, so not saying it can't happen, but just putting yourself this far back really hurts you, especially when you have to score points on this drive.
Yeah, this is a critical drive for the Warhawks. They've got to find some sort of momentum if they want to stay in this game.
3rd and 37. 2 receivers each side of the formation. Faulkner dropping back to play pass coverage. Just a quick out route. Big time hit from number 38. Keyshawn Kingston came crashing down, laying some wood on number 14, Demetrius Grant Jr.
Great tackle there by Kingston, keeping his guy in front of him and forcing that tackle to force this punt.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a lot of big hits, but like you said, the emphasis on making sure he goes down. A lot of people will come flying in with the shoulder but don't bring the arms to wrap up, but he did both there with the big initial hit and then finishing it, taking him to the ground as now the punt team is on. So there's no returner back deep for the Eagles. Everyone is up front, selling out for the block. Punt is away. No one's back to catch him. What a roll this takes. A big Warhawk roll. Lands at about the 40, rolls all the way to the 22-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will take over after the break. Liebran and the offense out to work now. 8 minutes left in this game. Probably going to see a lot of downhill running. ZJ Dale coughs up the football. Not at all what you want to see there if you're the Eagles offense at all.
How unlucky. Just unlucky. That's one thing that, offensive coaches teach is ball security, is job security, and what an unlucky fumble right there.
It was a great run. He spun, got flipped around. Then when the hit was laid, that face mask, like you're taught on defense, put right on the ball carrier's side of the body, ends up punching it out. And now this Warhawks offense has some life. They're going to get the ball now at the 38-yard line with 8 minutes to play. We've seen this Warhawk offense do a lot of great things so far today, especially in the first half. Let's see if they can replicate it. We've got a Warhawk down. However, he is up, was in a little bit of pain. We're going to see his teammates carry him off the field. Some brotherly love there. I always love to see, the chemistry and the bonding and, the love that the players have for one another. Your hurt Warhawk is number 33, Brandon Fajan, getting some help off the field, walking a little bit under his own power. but nonetheless, still hate to see him banged up, as the trainers will tend to him. But this Warhawk offense now has the ball in Eagles territory.
They forced the fumble after the 3-and-out. Blackwell has played great all game except for the penalties, and then you saw the really negative play with the backwards throw. So, I mean, what plays are you calling here? Do you keep putting the ball in the quarterback's arms? Do you keep taking shots? Are you running the football? What do you think?
Yeah, I think you keep doing what's been working. You trust your quarterback's arm. He's been able to throw the ball pretty efficiently today. Just some things haven't been able to go their way.
Yeah, big pass breakup there by number 53, Keon Henson, someone's name we've said a lot so far today. Looking for the screen pass to the running back there, ends up getting deflected, going to bring up 2nd and 10. $7:58 now to play. Quarterback coming back from the sideline after getting the play call. Warhawks breaking the huddle here. Trips to the bottom of your screen. The big play threat, Michael Stewart, lined up on the numbers. Dropping back to pass. Quarterback's going to be taken down by guess who? Number 53, Keon Henson, making yet another play.
Great job there by the defense getting that sack. But, for the Warhawks, you want to see the quarterback get the ball out there. He had his running back. He had his check down there. He was hesitant to throw it. He was looking through his progressions, trying to find something a little bit deeper down the field. But when you have your running back in the check down, you don't have to be afraid to take it. Get the yardage that you can, because when you don't, it allows for negative plays to your offense. So credit the Faulkner defense there for forcing that pressure and getting that sack.
Yeah, like you said, he's got to get rid of the ball. You see, not all sacks are on the offensive lineman. Sometimes you do get whipped up front, and the defense, just makes a play. Sometimes it's a coverage sack, like we saw there. The DBs playing great defense. Nobody's open, sticking to their man, and the quarterback's either A, got to get rid of the ball, or B, he's got to take off. And like you said, it was great on all three or both phases of that by the defense, and then, a poor job of execution there, because now you go from 2nd and 10. Now you're at 3rd and 18. So you keep pushing yourself back, and it's hard to go forward if you're pushing yourself back. That's just kind of a little bit of logic here used in the game of football. 27-14 lead coming off the timeout taken by the Warhawks. Warhawks down to their last timeout. If you're the Eagles defense here, obviously, you're not playing prevent, but you're trying to obviously keep everything in front of you, because this team does like to take shots.
Yeah, you're definitely playing safe here. We've seen the quarterback be able to make some pretty impressive throws this afternoon, and so always have to be ready for that.
Number 45, DJ Bradley's on the bottom of your screen. He caught the long ball earlier. Safety playing a little bit of help over the top. They're going to throw a screen out. Trying to get a hat on a hat. What speed, and unfortunately he's tripped up. Number 16 might have been off to the races. Trainer Alexander tripped up after about a 10-yard gain. Great job by Denzel McNeil. Might have been a shoelace tackle, but nonetheless, a tackle's a tackle.
That's
preventing
right.
Maybe even a bigger play, possible touchdown. They're going to break the huddle here on 4th down. Got to pick it up, or this one likely will be over. Eagles sending some delayed pressure, trying to go the screen again. Makes a man miss, trying to fight forward. Ball comes out. Denzel McNeil with the strip sack. It's now a foot race. Number 51 off to the races. DJ Bradley coming from behind into the end zone. Touchdown from number 51, Kendrick Wilson. Got 2 flags on the play. One of them definitely a horse collar tackle, late hit in the end zone. The other one, The Eagles defender got hit in the back. After the tackle, unfortunately, there after the play, Kendrick Wilson now down. Trainers will tend to him in the end zone. We'll hear from the referee. So during the return, we had unnecessary roughness on number 45, DJ Bradley, with the shove in the back on the return. Then we had unsportsmanlike conduct with the late hit. So now it's going to be both of those fouls will be assessed on the kickoff. Injured player still down, Kendrick Wilson. He's up and walking off, hobbling, but nonetheless still moving on his own. As they tend to him, Hayden Wynn will be on to attempt the extra point. Hold is down, kick is up, and through the uprights. It'll be 34-14 with 6:20 left to play here on the Faulkner Sports Network. So in all my years of football, I don't think I've ever seen a kickoff happen at the 35 of the other side of the field. You have the two 15-yard penalties, so that puts us them 30 yards toward the other side. Aiden Brown now just going to kick this one away through the uprights. Kick is good. Go ahead and add 3 more points onto that scoreboard for this Eagles team.
That'd be nice if that's how it's worked, but
I think that should definitely add a rule like that to football. Maybe not 3 points, maybe 1 point if you can, kick it through the uprights. It doesn't happen often, but nevertheless, it happens some. And
exactly right there is one of those cases.
Well, I mean, kicking from the other 35 doesn't happen often either. So
yeah, that's also very true. 6:20 left to play. 20-point lead here for this Faulkner Eagle team. This defense back on the field after the strip by Denzel McNeil, recovered by Kendrick Wilson. Wilson then takes it to the end zone for 6. However, after the play, he's down. He's still being tended to. Our thoughts and prayers are with him at this time. Number 3, Blackwell in the game. Trying to create some magic here. Dropping back to pass. Looking for Bradley. Bradley's got a step on Knapp. Deep ball caught. Knapp brings him down after a big gain. Clock's running. Caught at the 37-yard line. Great throw there from Blackwell.
Great throw. The receiver did a great job at getting open there, getting past the DB, and just great ball there by Blackwell.
Under 6 minutes now to play. Warhawks down 3 scores. Blackwell dropping back to pass again, looking to take another deep shot off the back foot. Big time hit. Did he hang on?
He did.
He held on. Wow, what a catch. Number 19, Tavon Evans, somehow hangs on to the go ball after the vicious hit from DeMarcus Tyler. Ball's now on the 4-yard line. So back-to-back go balls puts them first and goal with a chance to cut into this lead and possibly have a chance at a comeback. The timeouts aren't there. This Faulkner offense is playing great as of late. So need to score fast, possibly an onside kick, but nonetheless, step one's got to be a score.
And that was obviously just an insane catch to make. The concentration that he had to have while he's getting just annihilated by the DB there and holding on to the ball takes so much concentration.
Several times today we've seen, but we've seen the guy probably drop the ball because he heard footsteps trying to turn upfield too early. That is textbook watching it all the way in, hanging on to the football, and putting your team in a great spot to score points. With 4:30 left in the game, second and goal from the 2-yard line. Man-to-man across the board, 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Got a size mismatch on the bottom of the screen. Blackwell's going to hand it off. Screaming off the edge, tackle made by number 54, Tristan Tapia. Going to bring up third and goal.
This is where, if I'm the Warhawks, I think you need to attack the outsides. The inside of the Faulkner D-line has been winning all day. So if they want to punch this in, I think they need to attack the outside of this defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you look at your size mismatch, you've got a size mismatch with DJ Bradley and Austin Knapp. Austin Knapp, still a great DB, but Bradley had the big catch early in the drive. Rolling out, Blackwell, no one's home, no contain, and that'll be a touchdown for the Warhawks. That'll cut the lead to about 13 or 14, depending on the PAT, but makes it a 2-score game with 3:25 left to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, great job there. Great awareness there by the quarterback, seeing that no one's home there on the right side of the field, and runs it on in there for a touchdown.
On to attempt the PAT. Tyler Amin. 2 for 2 on the day. Kick is up. That one is tipped, will fall short, and the Eagles will take a 14-point lead back to the sideline.
Yeah, great job there by the defense, getting their hand on the ball and causing that missed PAT.
We'll step away as the Warhawks will kick off down 14 with 3:25 left to play here on the Faulkner Sports Network. Amin with the kickoff, going for the sneak onside. Ball rolls the wrong way. Out of bounds. Faulkner will take over on that side of the field. We got 2 flags thrown. Looks like maybe one of the players might have been offsides. The other one is because the ball didn't reach 10 yards. So Taylor Keeler will lead the offense out for their first possession of the fourth quarter. The clock is running for some reason. The kick happened at 3:25, and we're now under 3 minutes. Not sure exactly what's happening. Clock finally stopped at 2:57. Guess we're just running some extra time off here. I don't know how it was seen by us and not the people on the field, but nonetheless, referee coming to discuss something on the sideline over here. Discussing something with Coach Brown. White Hat coming to make his declaration. So they've got it all sorted out, and it will be Faulkner football on the 39-yard line, ready to get it underway. 2:57 left to play with a 14-point lead.
I don't believe that the officials realized that the clock was running or not.
So they're just going to play on.
Going to play on.
Keeler with the handoff to Amaker. Amaker picking up about 5 before finally being brought down. And that starts the clock again. Amaker with a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 35. Keeler looking to the sideline, getting his play calls. This will probably be the final play before the 2-minute timeout.
I think they're just going to hold him before the 2-minute timeout and let the clock run.
Yeah, I think the play was blown dead before the 40 seconds left, so they got to snap it at least once. Play clock's not on, so you can't really tell, but another handoff to Amaker. Picks up a couple, brings up 3rd and 1, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. We'll step away here on the Faulkner Sports Network. Two minutes left to play. Keeler catches a snap, gives another handoff to Amaker. Slips through a couple defenders, makes a jump cut, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, Faulkner, adding on to this point total here this afternoon.
What a move right there by Amaker just to break the defender and go in for the touchdown.
Yeah, great jump cut there. Saw nobody on the outside, stuck his foot in the ground, changed direction, ran it all the way in. And this Faulkner run game really propelled this team to this victory this afternoon. Aiden Brown on to attempt the PAT. Kick is up and through the uprights, and that'll make it 41-20 here with 1:51 left to play. So in this game, we talked about how, the offense was struggling, and they come out in the second half and explode for 31 points. What do you think was really the difference made?
The difference made was just execution. It's execution and the little things that I was talking about earlier, and how, you go in and the first half you weren't doing very well up front. You weren't really passing the ball super well. A bunch of drops, a bunch of penalties, a bunch of not very smart things like that. And then you come out the second quarter, the second half, and you have your O-line blocking like they need to. You don't have as many penalties. You had a couple, but not really any big drive killers. And then, you just have some good running the football too. These running backs have really, 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 really helped Faulkner today.
Hayden Wynn will now kick off here with a minute 51 left to play. Ball's caught at about the 4-yard line, ready for the return. Looking to make some magic happen. Denzel McNeil with the initial hit, bringing him down, adding yet another tackle to his total today. Minute 43 left to play here on the Faulkner Sports Network. Minute 43 left to play here in this afternoon's game. Blackwell dropping back to pass. Looking at just maybe some late game magic, scrambling through defenders. Finally brought down from behind by Keon Henson and company. Looks like we've got an injured Eagle on the field. Trainers will tend to him. But so far, this defense in the second half came out swinging. We saw multiple turnovers. We saw even a defensive touchdown. So, going into the rest of this season, what's like your building point that you're telling your defense?
The defense has played, honestly, pretty well all season up to this point. And so, especially the first half of this game, the defense was doing well and doing its part to keep the offense in this game. The offense, they weren't playing complementary football, as we've discussed, and that's vital for a football team. But in this second half, we've seen how the offense and the defense are both playing complementary football. When the defense does well, the offense is taking advantage of the opportunities that the defense is setting up for them. And that's exactly what they need to carry that momentum into the coming weeks and to stay strong and to continue to be the spark of this football team so that they can keep setting their offense in good field opportunities.
Yeah, something that's definitely a thing to discuss is when this Futures team needs it, this defense is here to make a play. We've seen multiple defensive touchdowns. We've seen interceptions. We've seen several fumble recoveries.
Blocked extra points.
Blocked extra points. Great punt returns, great kick returns. And so people always talk about how the game of football is really dependent on an offense. And this Faulkner Futures team really shows that that's just not the case. As Blackwell rolls out here looking to find his man. Makes the catch. Defense there to make the tackle. Trying to spin off a few people. Not going anywhere. But, under a minute now to play. Faulkner's going to take this win. Hopefully ride this wave into the next game they play. But, like we've said 100 times today, complementary football is the name of the game. And when you're able to do it better than your opponent, outcomes like this is what you get.
Yeah. Faulkner, they did a great job today. And, this game, it felt like they stayed more true to their roots. Last game, it felt like they tried to force pass attempts. It isn't a part of their game that does lack some consistency, but it does seem like they stayed home, stayed true to their roots, and really attacked the run game and did what they know works for them.
Yeah, that pass attempt, no one home. Stops the clock at 15 seconds. So game 1, 30-2 win. Game 2, 27-39 loss. Game 3 can be marked up 41-20 win, unless some Hail Mary happens for some late scores. Your next game is actually going to be an away game, the first away game for the Futures football team this season. Not really an away game because they're playing at Huntington, which is just right down the road. 3 games left in this season. You've got Huntington on October 19th, Omega Prep Academy back here at Billy D. Hillier Stadium, which is a Monday night game on October 27th at 7 o'clock. And then they wrap up their season on November 9th against Mississippi Christian Community College. Blackwell back to snap, bringing some pressure, trying to escape, just going to throw it away. Receiver was in the area, not going to have a grounding call. Now under 10 seconds, brings up 4th down.
That was a great job by the defense there, just coming off the edge, and not sure if there was a miscommunication there with the lineman or something, but 2 guys were just coming off the edge untouched. So just great job there, forcing that incompletion there.
So that was 4th down, so that's going to bring this offense back onto the field. Just under 10 seconds left to play. This Faulkner Futures team will move to 2-1. Like we said, they don't play again until October 19th. But the Faulkner football team, they've got their work cut out for them the rest of the season. Playing a bunch of good opponents. They're sitting at 3-2 right now. Dropped a tough game to Bethel. Lost 30-7 this past weekend. They're playing nothing but ranked opponents and receiving votes. So, Austin, you're on the team here. What is the team, what are they looking at for the rest of this season as, you're going to play a pretty tough schedule the rest of the way. So, I mean, basically what I'm saying is, what are we looking at for this Faulkner team the rest of the year?
To be honest, we're just looking at, playing true to ourselves, and we're looking at trying to go, upset some people that we're not supposed to win, and, show people what Faulkner football is about and show them that we're not the same Faulkner football team that we have been in the past couple years.
So this Faulkner team, Southeastern, ranked number 13 in the country, a great football team, came in here into Montgomery. Y'all led most of the way and then unfortunately gave up a late touchdown with about 1:30 left that propelled Southeastern to the win. So it's not about can we do it. It's about, like you said, like something we've talked about. You can't shoot yourselves in the foot on offense. Penalties are drive killers. Penalties can also be drive starters if you're on the defensive side of the ball, so you don't want to give it up that way as well. Thank you for tuning in with us this afternoon. We had a great time spending our Sunday afternoon with you. Faulkner comes away with a 41-20 win here over the Georgia Warhawks. Like always, I'm Judd Bailey alongside Will Lucas, first-time broadcaster Austin Gregory, and shout out to the rest of our FSN staff. We want you to have a great rest of your day. God bless, and go Eagles.